He died few times by gunshot, but it's okay. I like this. I think the world needs more of this. Every day, when I wake up, I want to see this.
The sphere of VTubing has been growing since late 2019 and early 2020, after some changes to the YouTube algorithm, and a certain something that made it so people had to spend a bunch of time in their homes. This made the VTuber form of entertainment explode in the West. First, it was with little translated clips of Japanese VTubers. They were just like any other stream clips. The new paradigm of using an anime avatar made the audience relate much easier, with anime girls screaming about things. Fast forward to 2021, a young fish with a dream stopped playing League of Legends for 4 minutes to build something a bit different from other VTuber groups. This is when H2O Sakana, these nuts, decided to found FaZe Connect with only one rule in mind. I have to pass the vibe check. After enough time had passed, and the battle royale that was the VTuber audition had sated its thirst for blood, 7 talents came out on top. But today we are going to talk about the most prone to kill you with an empty sake bottle, the 4 pineapples tall, mystical kitsune herself, Tenma Miami. However, what is a Tenma? Depending on the type of stream, you may arrive at a different answer, from a professional speed drawer to an H encyclopedia.
Because from business point, to pay to be able to see the connie, I think it's good.
It seems like Tenma can do it all. Tetris Magikarp can do a wide variety of streams. Some don't seem to have any correlation with each other, and might appear to just be chosen at random, but all of them have the Tenma soul. But how do you define what Tenma is? Is it her lore? Is it her stream? Is it her art? Is it that one Twitter space where you could hear her stomach rumbling? Defining what someone is can get complicated by the mere nature of concepts, so we had better start from the beginning. Tennis Manchester debuted on the 20th of June after doing teasers and being heavily advertised by the YouTube ad system. In her debut, we could see the start of many memes and an inkling of what she is. Common tropes such as her height and her propensity for violence were showcased, but not fully explored. Either way, one could not tell the juggernaut she would become after just a few months. Well, maybe some did, but that's a digression. Anyway, the debut was choppy, since she kept going back to Japanese, but we would later recognize that this is just a trait of hers. She goes back to her native tongue when she is nervous or really excited, since she seems to like to speak really fast. By her debut, you would be fooled into thinking she would be a Japanese-focused VTuber, but that could not be further from the truth. So who is Tenshi Malboro? Aristotle said at least once, "One can understand man if you see what he builds." This means you can't really understand the true nature of man by merely observing the individual. In fact, you have to see and understand what men created in a community to see its true nature, since that will show you their true colors. So we need to look at what Tenma has built to understand what she is.
No. Dude, it's just really cringe to say mannequin. I don't know why. Referring to myself in any space is just really weird for me, to be honest with you. But I identify as a Tenma Quinn, because Tenma's pretty cool.
Oh, no. You're gonna get me canceled. My name is Bingo James Panic. I've been a Tenma Miami fan for close to a year now, and been a part of FaZe Connect for close to a year as well.
Hi, I'm Outlawed Soul, resident dweller in the FaZe Connect Discord server.
They sometimes refer me as Tenma Lover 69, but I prefer to call myself Hammers or What.
My name is Togo.
Hello there, I am Ouchihitme. That is my username, but I go by Ouchai or Ouchie, Ouchie Sensei, Ouchie San, that kind of stuff, you know? Just shortens it. It's a bit of a mouthful, so it's just Ouchie, you know?
I'm Hollywood actor Mads Mikkelsen. You might know me from TV series like Hannibal, movies such as Casino Royale, or the hit game Death Stranding.
Is it important to understand what Tenma is? Is it necessary? Will it be detrimental if we don't understand this little fox that screams at you and will play insert roguelike name here soon? To be honest, no. One can live without having this kind of understanding and will not lose what makes Tenma special. But if you want to understand why she is special, A meditation of this caliber needs to be created.
Well, I mean, technically I came in to watching, like, Phase through Pippa, and gradually went to every single other genmate, and I vibe pretty well with Tenma, so every time I have free time and she's streaming, I do like to at least pop in, even if I can't watch the whole thing, because Tenma is very enjoyable to watch. Okay, well, see, look, anyone who says that that is false is lying to you, because it's right there. If you look at the list of Tenma moderators, I'm right there. It's on there, totally. It's there. Not Theo can say whatever he wants. I'm in there.
I actually learned about Tenma from not Theo's clip. Like, it's just a random recommendation from YouTube, and I clicked in. I saw this super duper cute fox. And at first I just thought she's some kind of like a huge a VTuber from one of those huge company with like probably millions of subscribers. But when I noticed that she doesn't have too much subscriber, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow her and see what's gonna happen after that.
One day I was walking out in the street, and I passed by a gym, and I thought it would be a good idea to go inside, you know, check things out, see if I could get like a good deal or something for the memberships there. And then, as I was turning to leave, there was a fox standing in the middle of the street, and I thought that was really weird because I was in the middle of a city, so seeing a fox there is kind of strange. So I decided to go ahead and get closer, see if it was like, if it had a name tag or something. And then all of a sudden I was hit on the back of the head. When I came to, I was in a basement.
It all started when I saw a clip of her berating a person in her chat named Apple. He simply pointed out that she hadn't really contributed to the team in a Phasmophobia collab. And after pointing this out, Tenma Miami lost her cool and screamed at him, banishing him to a horrible place called Pippa's Chat. And after watching that, I just had to see what would happen next, what else this psycho had up her sleeve.
As it is, Tenma has attracted people from all over the world. That is why some people call her Mrs. Worldwide, and implying she has a deep relationship with famous rapper Pitbull, since both have been seen partying in many parts of the world. Some might say that Tenma's star power comes from her connections with famous actors and musicians, and that her fans are only there so that they could get close to famous actors like Mads Mikkelsen, Ryan Gosling, Christian Bale, and many more. But most of our fans will tell you that they are here for the tiny fox and her relationship with her community.
Man, I fucking love them. Yeah, I have not much to say. The interactions with her are always fun. She somehow knows what to say at all times, like one of the best answers at all times. The interactions in chat, interactions with chat, streams, interactions with Discord. Yeah, she's pretty good at those.
They scare me. How she can change her personality on a dime. One moment she could be the fox that you see on stream. The next moment she could be screaming.
I think it's pretty cool. Her community is very respectful, and everyone is very respectful to each other as well. I think her community is very nice, and I enjoy the interactions that she has with her community.
Probably, and this isn't like the whole, trying to suck up or anything like that. She probably has some of the best interactions I've ever seen with any community, not just streamer, period, just any community. She really makes an effort to go out of her way to do things. I mean, it's to the point where she remembers people who seemingly do nothing. Like they could sit there and be lurking or whatnot, and she still somehow remembers who they are and stuff, just from slight interactions. And that shows a lot of how much she actually cares about her community, to the point where she is, in my opinion, one of the best people for community interactions.
How would I define it? I want to say it is a mixture, because I can tell, at least in my time being here, that she genuinely cares about her community, and she just likes to interact. I mean, she even joins us for movie nights, which was a very big surprise to me. I always just feel that comfort in knowing that she genuinely cares. And for the business aspect of it, I mean, clearly, I think that will always be there because that's an important part when you include the fact that you're growing as a content creator. And I respect the way she just handles her business because she is extremely professional in her scheduling, her time. She will always let us know if anything go wrong and keep us updated, whatever the case, to the point that she worries sometimes when she needs to cancel and thinks she's disappointing us, even though we all never have felt disappointed at her. I mean, we just clearly care about her and want her well-being. It's just something I can really respect a lot.
It's an interesting one. I can't tell if it's all fear based. We have this thing where we're all locked up in her basement. Sometimes she's very nice to us. Other times she continues to yell. She threatens our mothers with horrendous acts that I don't really want to talk about. But really, all of us are just kind of confused. Sometimes it's Tenma love, and sometimes Tenma's full of hate.
Well, it very much means something to me. I'm a bit of an old head, I guess, old head at this point. This is year 3 of being really invested in the VTuber community. I've been watching VTubers sort of regularly, like clips when in like late 2019, early 2020, and I started making art in 2020. And one thing that I really noticed compared to other streamers or VTubers is there was a back and forth between artist and content creator. And for the longest time, it was a very healthy relationship. There wasn't a sense of like being used for just like thumbnail art. I mean, and by what I mean by that was we weren't just a resource, we were actually members of the community, and our names were recognized, we were respected, and you know, a lot of talent shined through. Whether if I was deserving or not, that doesn't matter. I really felt a sense of community, and throughout 2021 that really died down, especially with a lot of things happening. And in the summer, so like in the summer there was a very much a down low, like a low point from what I can tell of just how one-sided it felt, like what was once a good thing, and it's all because of things being big or people coming in that aren't necessarily going to care, all this stuff. And but then it's like with Tenma and a lot of the people I call Oshi, a lot of them, they have this, they really push to have themselves be seen, really push to interact with the community that they are fostering. VTubers that come to mind when I think of like really pushing and trying hard to be the best VTuber they can be and content creator, I think of like Kiryu Koko, I think of Arurandesu, I think of Yukiko Rabaru's, you know, winning son. I think of like Amoru Polka. I think of like those are just some off the top of my head. With Tenma, you could really get the sense, because if you actually like watched her streams, there was this very clear indication that she really cherished the back and forth, and that I describe her as like such a sweet little being. She's like a beacon, a bacon, as you will, a bean bacon. But yeah, I don't know if I actually answered it, but you know, it's just there's a lot of good thoughts that come from it, and a lot of just like it's just reminiscent of like the older times, which, you know, I guess isn't always gonna be here. But I think actually having a second chance to really interact with that community a second time is something I really appreciate, being a thing I can, you know, do.
Being part of a community, part of something greater than yourself, is what all humans strive for. Since that is part of our nature, we seek to be part of a tribe that will provide for us. We seek acceptance, solace, and even simply a place where everybody else likes the same thing. This kind of innate tribalism is what gives way to many problems and solutions in the world, but it is as ingrained in our soul as wanting to eat or sleep. So a community that thrives is a community that has a strong bond within itself and has good control from its leader. This will make it so that there are no outliers, no one left behind, and if a problem arises from the community, it is dealt with quickly.
So, before VTuber was a thing, many people would claim a specific character from anime or visual novel as their waifu, and sometimes people laughing at them like, Oh, you are saying this is your waifu. If you're going when you call for her name or or calling for your waifu, she's not going to respond, isn't it? And which is going to be the case for those some big VTubers. And Tenma is different. When I refer Tenma as my wife, she's gonna beat me.
Obviously, you know, all of the Kampai Nikki are like children to me, you know, they're like my sons and daughters. I pat them on the head and tell them they're doing a good job, and they go and make beautiful Ratma memes. It's a wonderful thing to see.
If I have to answer with honesty, actually yes. Because the way I got started with what I do was mostly that we had talked about it in the channel, the Kampai channel. And I was gonna first I was thinking of making a list, which is like Disney movies and all that. And then another one of the Kampai named Baconator brought it up as well. And we worked together to make the first list because we just wanted to make a movie night so that we can all enjoy ourselves. And it just so happened that when we did that, she picked up on that, and we just asked her if she was interested to join in, and she just joined in. And I won't lie that I love doing it. I love doing it with the Kampai just the movie nights and having fun, you know, just talking about it in the chat and just having a good time. But it is a little bit of a motivator when I know that she wants to join in, because it makes me feel like I want to try a little bit harder, because I want to have everything be right and functioning so that we can have maximum enjoyment in total between all of us. So to answer, yeah, I would probably still have been doing it, but her being part of it kind of gave a little bit more of a motivational boost, honestly.
I see myself as a person who can perhaps help out the other people in the community, those who are maybe more scared, maybe those who are newer and don't necessarily know the ropes. I can be there, I can encourage them with art perhaps that both entertains the community and hopefully keeps Tenma's absolute drunken rage at bay. I do the best I can. I'm just trying to make sure that the other Kampai Nikki don't get hurt.
I think that they are good people. I think they're trying to do their best going to the gym, but it's all fake. Tenma's just hoarding all of the macho men together. She's gonna steal all of them one by one.
Well, it does, like, having interactions like that does inspire a community to want to do more. Not just with the streamer itself, but with others of the community. So, yeah, it does make me want to do more, and it probably makes everyone else want to do more, too, because that's what a community is. I mean, you're supposed to come together and actually do stuff together, which she is a big part of that, and she makes it happen, because she gives stuff for the community to do. Something as simple as a meme event is enough to drive the community to just create stuff. And it's that simple of just, hey, you guys should do this. It's that simple.
If we can understand what Tenma created, by choice or coincidence, we can get to understand what she is. As famous small indie corporate VTuber Fujikura Uruka would say, Gwanola ba.
Kampai Nikki. Well, I think it's the Kampai Nikki and the people that watch and interact with Tenma a lot, whether they go by Kampai Nikki or Urfa Gang, not a cult, or whatever. Like, there's this I don't know, there's this like it is definitely hard to articulate, because I really much enjoy the fact that it is a very just self-improvement, working off of each other kind of community. And with how Tenma comes off to us, it doesn't feel like we are here to be like, you know, simping gachakoi MFR, you know, mofos. It's like we're here because we really like a content creator and she really likes us.
I think the Kampai Nikki, from all the ones I've met and spoken to, are good people. They seem to understand the values of mutual respect and helping one's brother and so on and so forth. So I have to say, they're good people, and it's very nice to see that Tenma has them as her community.
We'll say this about Tenma. She has accumulated a crowd, a group of fine ladies and gentlemen. It's a shame that we all met under these circumstances to where we're just constant victims of abuse, and our mothers are constantly harassed. But the folks there that I share this basement prison with, fantastic sort. All macho, all beautiful, all respectful. It makes being a Tenma fan, it makes it possible. It makes it bearable.
I have never looked at any Kampai Nikki and ever went, man, I dislike that person. I have never once thought that. They are all well-behaved, good lads and ladies. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, dude, just everyone's just really cool. Just everyone's helpful, everyone's cool, everyone is polite, and even when they're doing like an edgy or weird joke or whatnot, you know you're very aware that it's a joke just because everyone's just vibing and having a fun time because that's just the way it is. Nobody wants to disappoint the fox.
So we understand the group, and by doing so we can start to get a real glimpse of what creates a Tenma. While it is true that there could only be one Tenma, that being Tenma Miami Prime, from which every other Tenma has been created, such as 20ma, Bulbma, 30ma, and even the powerful Ratma, we have to still see and observe what the community is creating, because they are a reflection of Tenma herself.
I'm in full support of it. In fact, I'm talking with Kojima-san now about perhaps making a film featuring Tenma in the starring role.
I sometimes make shit posts. That's kind of it, though.
Typically in this community, what I have contributed is just some primarily Tenma art. Sometimes for other phase members, I wish I got around to drawing more for other phase members, but primarily Tenma, because I am desperate for even the slightest shred of dopamine and appreciation. Provided everything keeps going well and I don't go off the deep end and lose all my creative mojo, I want to make a simple Tenma Miami-based video game. Kind of a rage bait game, something similar to Jump King. I would like to try to get it done before her second birthday on December 3rd, but we will see, as I am not known for my speed in creating art.
Oh no, man, I'm not making any fan art of Tenma. Tenma just comes to me and demand for things.
So I'm not done with Phase Connect. I don't think I'll be done for as long as it is the way that it is. I think I'm going to be participating within the community as a fan artist, a musician. Hopefully I can get some 4 Chromas out that have Phase Connect VTubers in it. And I hope to work on a lot of just community building projects or community based projects. I liked it, and I think it's something that can help me improve as a person myself. And no, there's no other better talent currently working and streaming that would much rather, like, I would want to make a big long-term commitment to make art for or make anything for. Tenma is I definitely will keep on, drawing, making whatever I want, inspired by especially Tenma, but also the other Phase Connect members. I think there would have to be a big event to make me stop.
Starting next month, because the last one was quite expensive. And also there's some I need some more ideas. So yeah, starting next month.
Like right now, I'm like, I have a lot of plans for a lot of stuff, but it's going to take a lot of time to get it set up. And there's some stuff that I would actually need to talk to Sakuna himself to get permission for.
Oh no.
Because it does require doing very physical things and not just something that somebody can digitally appreciate, so to speak. Like, there are some physical products that I do want to have made for community events. I mean, one would say prizes, but they're really not necessarily prizes. It's just more like participation. Participate in enough of things and you perhaps get a thing, so to speak. That is something I would want to do if I get permission to do so. And as for what those things would be, it's kind of up in the air because there's so much you can easily create for community members, that whether it's something small or something big. Like, hell, I could sit there and say, hey, if I really wanted to create something really big and physical to the point where people would actually be joining a contest to fight over, I guess would be kind of rude to say it that way. But for example, if I said, hey, for not just Tenma, just for all of FaZe, because FaZe is a nice company. They deserve to have stuff like that, whether it be official or unofficial, as long as you have the proper permissions to do so.
So we have to ask the people themselves, what do they think is Tenma? what she means to them, and what they see in her.
Small, angry, and savage. Tenma. Tenma is Face Connect's VTuber.
What is Tenma? Well, she is a very kind alcoholic grandmother of Latin origin.
Tenma is a online content creator that mostly does visual art, but she's got a good sense of comedy to her, and as a content creator, she really sticks out because of her, her choices and how she presents herself compared to others. So I guess if I had to summarize what exactly Tenma is, it is I could put her as clinical as possible. She is just a online content creator that's a Walibaba drunken kitsune, and that's her shtick. And she just has a very natural time being a content creator. I very much, it's like that. But yeah.
To be honest, I'm not really sure. She's tiny, she's angry, she's got white hair, but apparently is 19. Got a foxtail in the back. Honestly, I just hang around, listen to her yell. Just wondering what she's gonna scream out next.
Tenma is love, and Tenma is life.
What is Tenma? She's a VTuber though.
Tenma is a small 4-pineapple tall fox girl who gets angry. It's funny.
Is taking an L currently. Whatever she's doing right now, I don't know when this is going out, taking an L.
Tenma is my wife. She's also a streamer for Face Connect, and that's been a very interesting journey, to say the least.
Is there something you want to tell Tenma, since she's now going to have to watch this video because she thought I wasn't gonna pull up?
Originally, I was just gonna go on some unhinged rant and completely commit to the bit and the character, but my man, she had my name in her mouth when she was crying during her anniversary stream. That is a really surreal thing, and I'm just glad to have been any sort of positive influence or anything, positive and good in her life. That's just nice to know. I'm very glad to be here as a part of Tenma's community and working as her mod.
Tenma's doing a great job, and I think that's just something everyone needs to know. Tenma's doing great. We may be in the basement, but we still applaud her. It also may just be that this is like Stockholm Syndrome. We're all a cult here, but I think Tenma's doing good. Bro, I'd have homework. Bro.
If I wanted to just tell Tenma anything, it would be there are moments where you don't have to prove to us that you're strong because we already know you are. You're very kind and strong-willed and someone with a lot of principles that you stick by, a lot of big Harvard words to describe you, and you don't need to apologize for everything. We know things. We know that you mean the best out of everything, and we really do appreciate when you say thank you kindly, because from the bottom of at least my heart, it means a lot. Sometimes it's the night, probably for someone, me, or someone else, it's probably the nicest thing anyone will ever say to us. So, you are strong. You can get through anything, and you don't need to prove to us, because we know you're a tough cookie. You're a hard nut to crack. Yeah.
Now, I don't know where you're hearing these accusations, okay? I don't know who told you this absolute lie, all right? And if you keep coming at me with that, I'm going to have to press charges, all right? I don't want to hear that. That's not me. I've clearly made a stance in this community that I have attraction to Ratma. Tenma, you are short, you are tiny. I could throw you like a football, but other than that, you're a pretty swell person. I have mountains of respect for you. Your hard work is inspiring. Please don't hurt me.
So, all I really have to say to you, Tenma, is thank you. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your dedication and for the care that you've shown us, all of us. You are a very respectful person, and I am so glad to have found you. Whether it might have been by accident or not, or just a random moment in a random day. My only regret is that I did not find you sooner. And otherwise, I wish you the best, and I hope you can always be happy. And thank you once more.
Tenma, I love you, but can you stop trying to graduate through heart attack or through means of Susan? That would be great. Full trust in you.
1万年と2000年前から愛してる8000年過ぎた頃からもっと恋しくなった1億と2000年経っても愛してる君を知ったその日から僕の地獄に音楽は絶えない
With the way that your streaming style is, with the way that you do things, I've already noticed it happen now, but if you keep going at the same rate that you're going now, it's going to happen even more, and that is, a year or two from now, I expect to see almost every upcoming new streamer who's even remotely in the VTuber sphere to sit there when somebody is asked the question of who gave you inspiration to do this, and they're gonna say Tenma, because that's how good you are at what you do. That's how friendly you are. That's how much people want to be what you are, because you're good at it. And the thing is, you're so good at it, and you're just doing it for fun. That is amazing. And you've only been going for a year, and you got this far already, to the point where people have already said, Tenma makes me want to do this. Tenma makes me want to be better. So just, hell, 2-3 years from now, it might even be 100,000 people doing that. Who knows? But you do make people better. It's wonderful. It really is.
I don't know. We've talked a lot lately, actually, about different things. Good job lasting a year, and hopefully, we can have more years to come.
Also, Sakana, did you know that Tenma flushed her underwear down the toilet?
I do not, but I think I heard about it from somewhere, but I don't know the specific incident. What?
So she was just doing bathroom things, and she threw her underwear down the toilet, and before she ever thought about it, she just flushed it.
Oh no. She just flushed it? What the hell?